This is the problem from Set B, page 38, problem number 1. So it gave us the schooling for people. So we have years that they were in school, and we're supposed to do it for 1991. So we could write down the number of people just off the table for each year. So the number of people were 2, 4, 4, 11, 39, 18, and 21. So those were the number of people in each category for 1991. Now, the next thing that we're going to want to do is sometimes it'll give you the number of people, sometimes it'll just straight out give you the percentage of people. But it didn't do that here, so we do need to be able to calculate the percentage of people. So let's go over here to make some notes. So the percentage of people, if we want to find that, let's first find the total number of people. And that's going to be 2 plus 4 plus 4 plus 11 plus 39 plus 18 plus 21. Okay, so we had 99 total people. Now, to find a percentage, so like, let's say I want the percentage for 0 to 5 years. Well, to find a percentage, you take how many you have, divide by the total, and times by 100%. That's always what we do for a percentage. So 2 divided by 99 times 100 gives me 2.02%. So the percentage of people, 2.02%. My next one is going to be 4 out of 99 times 100%, which gives me 4.04%. So we'd have 4.04%. So I'm going to pause and fill all of these in. Okay. So again, it first gave me percentage of people, but when we learned how to do histograms, we've usually had percentage, so I had to change them all to a percentage by dividing by the total number times by 100%. Okay, that's before you really start the histogram. Now we're going to worry about the histogram. So first you have to calculate the width of each interval. And we just do that by subtracting the endpoints. Now this one did tell me that we are supposed to include the left endpoint, but not the right endpoint. Sorry, I guess I can't touch right there. But that doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect it. You can just say 5 minus 0. So to calculate your widths, you just do like 5 minus 0 gives me 5. My next one would be 8 minus 5 gives me 3. So my widths are 1, 3, 1, 3, and 2. You'll notice the textbook had said 16 plus, but in the problem statement it said just assume it's 16 and 17 because almost no one does more than 17 years of school. Now for the height of the interval. This is the part that we really focus on in this class. How do you find the height? Okay, on your formula sheet, this is the formula that will be on your formula sheet. I am not allowed to give you a lot of formulas on the formula sheet, so we just have this one, and you have to work from here. So the percentage, or the area of a rectangle, is width times height. So if we want to find the height, we're going to take the percentage and divide by the width. So the height for this interval is, we will take our percentage we're supposed to have of 2.02% divided by the width of 5, which gives me 0.404. So that's the actual height that I'm supposed to do. My next one, I have a percentage of 4.04 that I need to have, and my width is 3. So 4.04 divided by 3 gives me 1.34. So my next one, I need 4.04% again, divided by a width of 1, which gives me a height of 4.04. So let's pause and I'll fill all of these out. So again, anytime you want to find the height, you have to take the percentage that should be in that interval divided by the width. That will give you the height of the interval. So I found all of the heights. Now we need to actually make our histogram. So if I was to draw this, across the bottom, I'll put my years. Now for my vertical axis, this is important. Will always be on the exams because our department really stresses it. The correct thing should always be the percentage per whatever your unit is for your x-axis. So if we did years here, it would be percentage per year. It's always your vertical axis. Notice my heights range from 0.4 all the way up to almost 40. So I'll do a scale by tens. And my years need to go from 0 up to about 17. So I might go by, like, say, threes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. There's no reason I had to go by threes or by tens. I just picked those numbers. So for 0 to 5 years, I should have a height of 0.404. So something really, really small. That's my first one. My next one should be 1.34, so just a little bit higher, and that goes from 5 to 8. It's so small that my computer keeps thinking I'm trying to erase it. Okay, my next one goes from 8 to 9 and has a height of 4. So a little bit higher. Then I go from 9 to 12 and I have a height of 3.7. So a little bit lower. 12 to 13 has a height of 39. And from 13 to 16 has 6. And from 16 to 17 has a height of 10. Sorry, I know that's not really to scale. It was kind of hard to do on the screen I'm using. So you can see the widths, the heights. Notice the reason our textbook really likes these is because our intervals were different widths. Because they're different widths, we don't want it to be confusing if we just did it based off the number of people. So we first find the percentage, find the width of the interval, and then do the percentage per interval, per width of the interval for our heights. Okay, so now you can see, like, oh, well, which group had the most? Well, probably this group. Okay, or at least this one would be the most crowded.